Hello, welcome back to Learn Economia. Since many of you have asked me to do a session on certain important questions which would be asked for UGC NET examination, what I've done is that I've selected some important questions, some questions which I found in repeatedly asked in different books, and also not only in books, and I could see that in different examinations these questions were asked. As a result, you could expect all these questions to come for your exam, net exam. So with that, let's get started. So this is a very simple question. The question is like, which sector is the backbone of Indian economy? So we know that our uh, economy consists of three different sectors. We have agriculture sector, which is known as the primary sector. Not only agriculture sector comes under primary sector, agriculture and allied sectors would be coming under the primary sector. That means that your poultry would be coming, sericulture, agriculture, different kinds of farming techniques, different kinds of poultry, then what to say, rearing of animals, birds, all these kinds of things would be coming under agriculture sector. Um, Agriculture sector in the sense that all these things would be coming under the primary sector. Then you have your manufacturing sector. That means that all the industrial activities would be coming under your manufacturing sector. Then you have the service sector, which means that all kinds of services like banking, to tourism, education, all these kinds of services will be coming under the service sector. These three are the main three sectors in the economy. Not only this is I mean not this is not only with reference to the Indian economy, but this could be applied to any economy in the world, whether it is a developing economy or whether it is a developed economy, whatever it may be. Okay, so basically we have these sectors in the economy, and the question is like, which is the backbone of Indian economy? We have service sector, financial sector, tourism sector, agriculture sector. Here you have to understand that agriculture sector, if you look into the case of agriculture sector, this is a sector where most people are employed. More than 60% of the population in India is employed in the agriculture sector. But the contribution to the agriculture sector, contribution of the agriculture sector to the GDP is very low. It is less than 14%. In this case, you'll be having a second thought in your mind whether it is the service sector which is dominating in its share in GDP, which is considered as the backbone of Indian economy, or whether it is agriculture sector which is the main employment given sector for the Indian population, which is considered as the backbone of Indian economy. So the right answer here is option D, agriculture sector, which is the agriculture sector is the main pillar of the Indian economy. It is considered to be the backbone of Indian economy because of its high share in the agriculture, in the employment creation. It is in the agriculture sector, more than 60% of the population in India is employed. So that is why it is known as the backbone of Indian economy. So I hope it is clear. Okay. Now we have the second question. This is from the arena of macroeconomics. In this video, what I've planned is that I have taken questions from different sub divisions of economics. We have questions from public finance, we have questions from Indian economy, we have questions from macroeconomics. So various aspects of economics are taken into consideration in this particular discussions, because you will be having questions from different sessions of economics to be asked in the question in your exam, right? So that's why I've taken different questions from different aspects of economics. So from next video onwards, what I plan is that we will be discussing the important question in a particular session. That means that important question from macro, or important questions from the arena of some particular specific topic from macro, like Phillips curve and all these kinds of things would be discussed in detail in the coming sessions. So before that, let's continue with this particular section. The second question, we are into the second question. It reads like this: the value of all final goods and services produced by the normal residents of a country and their property, whether operating within the domestic territory of the country or outside in a year is termed as what. So there is high chance for you to become confused, because all these things are all the options given here looks the same. Only for people who are very much clear about the conceptualities or the concepts like GDP, GNB, NNB, NFC, all these kinds of things would be able to identify the right answer from this. So I have done videos on the concepts, like the national income concepts. So if you have not watched that video, you can go and watch that video, because this is a very important aspect. This is a very important session. The national income concepts is very much important as far as the net examination is concerned. So you have to identify which is the right answer. Before that, you have to identify the key terms in the question. Here the key terms are, first of all, you have final goods and services. It is asked final goods and services. Then you have normal residents of a country. Okay, then you have domestic territory of the country or outside. So these are the main key terms in the question, and using these key terms you are going to identify the right answer. Here the options are gross national income, net national income, gross domestic product, net domestic product. So when we say all these kinds of things, we know that what is the thing which differentiates gross and net? It is depreciation, right? So like that, factor cost and market price, there is something which differentiate between the factor cost and market price. Net indirect taxes, it is the one which differentiate these two things. Then so these kinds of things have to be very much clear for you, then only you will be able to pick up the right answer from these kinds of the right answer from the options given for these kinds of questions. Here in this, for this question, the right answer is option A, that is a gross national income, and it is the sum of the value added by the producers who are residents in a nation plus the product taxes minus subsidies. That means that the net indirect taxes. Okay, and this is not included in output, plus the income received from abroad. That means that the net factor income from abroad, as this would be including the employees compensation, property income, etc. So the right answer here is option A, gross national income, which will be taken into consideration the income earned by the normal residents of a country and their property, whether they are operating within the domestic territory of a country or outside. Okay, here depreciation is taken into consideration, net indirect taxes is taken into consideration. What else? So the domestic territory, net factor income from abroad is taken into consideration. All these things are taken into consideration. So you have to be very clear about the concepts first of all, then only you will be able to pick up the right answer from the options given for these kinds of questions. Next, a related question here, that is national product at factor cost is equal to dash. Since I have given an explanation regarding the same type of question in the previous question itself, I am not going to the details of the answer right now, because we have already discussed that. First of all, we are going to see the options here. First of all, the first option is domestic product plus net factor income from abroad. Then the option B is national product at market prices minus indirect taxes plus subsidies. Then you have gross domestic product minus depreciation. Then you have national product at marketplace plus indirect taxes plus subsidies. The right answer is option A. That is, it is the domestic product plus net factor income from abroad. It is a net domestic product at factor cost plus net factor income from abroad. So that is known as the national product at factor cost. Okay. So please be very much clear about the concepts. Please be clear about what is depreciation, what is net factor income from abroad, what is net indirect taxes, all these kinds of things. Then only you will be able to differentiate between domestic product and foreign product, or domestic product and national product, gross and net, factor price, market factor cost, market price, all these kinds of things. So with that, we are moving on to the next question. That is question 4, which is a very direct question. This question has been seen as to be asked for different kinds of competitive examinations. So you can expect these kinds of questions as well for your exam. The question is like the economists who for the first time scientifically determined national income in India. So this is an aspect which could be come under macroeconomics as well as for Indian economy. It is asked like who was the person who first determined the national income for India. It is specifically concerned with respect to Indian economy alone. So we have to see the right answer here. The options are D.R. Gadgil, then you have V.K.R. Rao, then we have Manmohan Singh, and the final one is Y.V. Ahluwalia, that Alak. So the right answer is option B. It was Dr. V.K.R.V. Rao in 1931 who made a scientific procedure, who adopted a scientific procedure to estimate the national income for India. Okay, the right answer is that. Next, we are going on to the next question, that this is with respect to the 5-year plans. We know that the 5-year plans is it is the duty, or it was the duty of the Planning Commission of India to implement 5-year plans, and right now we don't have a planning commission for our country. What we have at present is the Niti Aayog. So planning commission is replaced by what is known as Niti Aayog. But even though it is so, as I have told in my previous video, which is a requested video, uh, even though we don't have planning commissions, even though we do not have 5-year plans right now, the importance of planning, it is very much relevant till today. So as a result, you can expect questions from 5-year plans, planning commission, Niti Aayog, etc. So this question is like during which 5-year plan the price level in an economy showed a decline. First plan, second plan, fourth plan, annual plan. So you have all these kinds of thing in your options. You have to first of all understand, you have to assess all these kinds of plans before going for your examination. You have to assess, you have to make an assessment of all the 5-year plans, annual plans, etc. that we had for India. We know that the right answer here is option A, that is the first plan which concentrated on agriculture sector. The first plan was from 1951 to 56. During that time, the price level in the Indian economy, it showed a decline. Why? Because of the rapid agriculture development and measures to control inflation was there, and there was some disequilibrium in the economy as a result of the Second World War and partition of the economy. So the right answer here is option A, that is plan 1, which concentrated on the agriculture sector. Next, we have a question on the National Development Council of India. We have to see which are the functions, or which is the function of the National Development Council of India. The options are to prescribe guidelines for preparation of National Economic Plan, to review the working of National Economic Plan from time to time to India, to consider important questions of social economic policy after national development. So these are the options given here, and out of this, which is the right option, or which all are the right options? You have to identify that all these are considered to be the functions of National Development Council. That is, it is also known as the National Development Council, is also known as the Rashtriya Vikas Parishad, which is the apex body for decision making, as well as it makes deliberations on development matters in India, and it is presided over by the Prime Minister of the country. Okay, and the functions of the National Development Council are to issue or prescribe guidelines for the formulation of important plans for our nation. It would be considering the national plan as formulated by Niti Aayog. It would be considering the important questions of the social and economic policy affecting the national development, and also it would be reviewing the working of the plan from time to time. It will make recommendations which are necessary for achieving the aims and objectives of the plans. So these are this area is very much important, as I have already told you. Though we do not have 5-year plans in India, planning plays a very important role in the development of the Indian economy. As a result, you can expect a question on planning. And National Development Council is a very important body which plays a very important role in planning in India. Okay, so as a result, you can expect questions from this as well. Next is a topic from Indian economy. The slogan of poverty abolition was given in which 5-year plan? Again, we are looking into planning. So the options are second plan, fourth plan, fifth plan, and sixth plan. The right answer is option C. That is the fifth plan. Poverty abolition or Garibi Hatao. Okay, all these kinds of things. Garibi Hatao was actually the slogan for the fourth plan, and poverty abolition was given by Indira Gandhi in 71, which was during the fifth plan, which was implemented in 1974, and it lasted till 79. She promised, that is, Indira Gandhi promised to reduce poverty by targeting the consumption levels of the poor people, and the government actually tried to establish certain reforms in the Indian economy. As a result of the same, there were many impacts as well. Before that, we have to understand that whatever be the plan, whether it is first plan or second plan or third plan or fourth plan, whatever it may be, it has some basic objectives in its mind. When the government went for planning, it had some basic objective in its mind, and it was to attain these objectives that the government had made plans. Okay, and in the sixth plan, it was a rolling plan. It was taken from Japan, and it was coined by Mirdad. So with that, we move on to the next question. The government introduced an agricultural strategy which gave rise to green revolution in India under the plan. Everyone knows this. Even though, but you have to be very clear that the first plan, it is something which concentrated on the agriculture sector. In that case, if you have first plan in the option, you might be confused with the first plan and the right answer. The right answer here is option A, that is the third plan. So you might be confused with the first plan and third plan. The chances are very high for that. In the first plan is actually, in the first plan, agriculture sector was given importance, but when you say green revolution, it was implemented in the third plan period. Under the third 5-year plan, the government introduced an agriculture strategy which gave rise to revolution in India, which is known as the Green Revolution. Under the third plan, the goal was to establish self-reliant economy. So, Indian economy aimed at self-reliant situation, a self-generating situation. So, that was the main motive of the third plan. And as a result, in order to attain this objective, what the government has done is that the government went for the Green Revolution in India, which basically concentrated on wheat production. Okay, and we know how it is implemented. All these kinds of things were there. If any one of you want me to explain the green revolution, it's a very big topic. Green revolution in India, you please do comment in the comment box. I'll be definitely taking it up and do a session on that as well. So the next question, the major emphasis on the first 5-year plan of India. Definitely we know the right answer. I don't want to go to the options because you know the right answer. The option anyway, the options are agriculture, employment, industry, export, promotion. We know that it is agriculture sector. The first 5-year plan, which lasted till 56 and started from 51, gave importance to agriculture sector because India was facing a problem of severe food shortage. So as a result, the first 5-year plan concentrated on the agriculture sector. It aimed at increasing agriculture production, rapid agriculture development, food self-sufficiency, inflation control, all these kinds of things. The target growth rate was 201% of annual GDP, but it was achieved. But what is achieved was 3.6%, and the net domestic product went up by 15%. Okay. Now, the next question, which of the following plans is known as a Gadgil Yojana? Very important question. You have options like third 5-year plan, fourth 5-year plan, fifth and sixth. Right answer is fourth. That is known as a Gadgil Yojana. So the aim of this plan was to reach a self-active position, which is named after the then Deputy Chairman of Planning Commission, Gadgil. Next, the period of planned holiday in India was from 62 to 65, 66, 69, 70, 73, 73, 76. The right answer is option B, 66, 69. So we had three annual plans during this time. From 66 to 67, one plan. 67 to 68, another annual plan, and 68 to 69, another annual plan. The target growth rate was 5.6%. What is achieved was 2.4%, very comparatively lesser than what is targeted. Next, the next question, which of the following experienced the fastest expansion during the plan in India? Agriculture, industry, service, none of these. The right answer is service sector. That was the fastest growing sector in the Indian economy. We have seen that the service sector is the one which contributes the greatest to the GDP of the country, even though the employment given by the service sector to the people of India is very less compared to what is given by the agriculture sector or the industrial sector. The service sector is the one which it grows very much faster comparatively, and it is the sector which contributes the greatest part of, or it is the one which contributes the largest part of the India's GDP. Service sector experienced the fastest expansion during the plan in India, which was predominantly an agriculture economy at the time of independence. So what are the things which would be coming in the service sector? It includes tourism, mass media, hospitals, healthcare, information technology, insurance, banking, investment, accountancies, legal services, retail, sales, education, all these kinds of things would be coming. Okay, now what is its share? Its maximum contribution to national income comes from the service sector, which contributes to 60% of the GDP. Okay. Next question, the final authority in India to adopt a 5-year plan for the country vests in dash. Niti Aayog, National Development Council, Union Cabinet, and Parliament. We have seen this particular answer for this particular question in some other questions in this session. The right answer here is option B, National Development Council. We have seen that it plays a very important role in planning. It is also known as the Rashtriya Vikas Parishad, which is apex body, especially with concern with decision making and deliberations on development matters in India. This is decided over by the Prime Minister of the country, and it is the final authority to adopt 5-year plan for the country. Next question, the theme of approach paper of the 11th 5-year plan has been dashed, indicating planning growth with justice towards faster and more inclusive development, planning for prosperity. The right answer is towards faster and more inclusive development. This is what I've told you. You have to be very much clear regarding the objectives of all the 5-year plans. You have to be very clear about the assessment of all the 5-year plans, what is targeted, what is achieved, all these kinds of things. Okay, because you can expect questions from the area of planning. That's why I'm telling you to be very much clear. So the right answer here is option C, that is faster and inclusive development or growth. The inclusive growth in the 11th plan was that inclusive growth was one of the important objectives of the 11th plan. That means that if there is any growth or there is any kind of development, it should reach all the sectors, it should reach all the people. That's what it means. Next, the final question, the context of Indian 5-year plan, a shift in the pattern of industrialization with lower emphasis of heavy industries was more on infrastructure being dashed. 4th plan, 6th plan, 8th plan, 10th plan. The right answer is 5-year plan, which started from 1980 and lasted till 85, marked the beginning of economic liberalization in India. In the 6th plan, there was a shift in the pattern of industrialization by giving longer emphasis on heavy industry and move on to infrastructural development. Okay, so in this video, what we have done is that we have concentrated basically on Indian planning. Even though we have discussed certain questions on public finance, macroeconomics as well, but we have concentrated mainly on planning session. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos, and be a part of my Telegram group and Telegram channel to discuss your doubts. There have been a lot of members in my group right now. I'm really happy to announce that. I'm really happy to say that many of you are making discussions in the group. That is what I intend. So when I created a group, that was my intention to promote discussions among you people. So that is what is happening right now. You can join my Telegram group and Telegram channel. I'll be providing the links of the same in the description box. And if any of you want me to do any of videos on any of the topics, or any of you, if any of you want notes on any of the topics, please do comment in the comment box. I'll be taking it up anyway. So that's all for today. Thank you.